Northern Highbush, Southern Highbush, Half-Highbush, Low Bush, and Rabbiteye. There are so many wonderful varieties to choose from. Grow food as much as you can, as often as you can, and as long as you can. And while we're at it, we might as well grow some blueberries. Hi, I'm Annette and welcome to Kitchen Garden Farmhouse. Today I'm going to be going over 5 things that you should never do when growing blueberries. Before we get started, if you have not subscribed already, please take a moment to subscribe and remember to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Mistake number 1 is planting only one selection. Even if that blueberry plant is known to be self-pollinating or self-fertile, it is always best to have at least 2, because if you do that, it is going to give you a better harvest, better pollination, and bigger berries. Mistake number 2 is not giving your blueberry plants enough sunlight. Sometimes in the shade there's not enough air circulation, and that can also cause some kind of diseases with your blueberry plants. But go for full sun. This is going to give you the better growth and the better harvest of your blueberry plants. Mistake number 3 is giving our blueberry plants way too much fertilizer. Blueberry plants can be very sensitive to fertilizer. It is advisable when your plants are young and tender, they're just starting to grow, not to even fertilize them for the first year. And then for the second and third year, only feed them lightly. So by doing this, your plants will grow better and healthier. And when the time comes that you need to start fertilizing your blueberry plants, it is best to give them some kind of slow release acid forming fertilizer, because blueberry plants, as you probably already know, love the acidity in the soil anywhere from 4.5 to 5.2, and they also thrive if the fertilizer is also acidic base. Mistake number 4 is overhead watering. Now, if you can prevent it, it's best not to water your blueberries overhead, because too much overhead watering consistently causes the leaves to be wet and damp, and that can cause mildew on the leaves, and also can cause the blueberries to begin to get some kind of a mold on the blueberries themselves. So it's better to irrigate your blueberries at the soil line. Mistake number 5 is not being aware that there are certain blueberry selections that are more prone to diseases. For example, like your blue chip and your bounty varieties. Those 2 are very susceptible to stem blight. Another disease to watch out for is called mummy berry fungus. It is a fungus that will attack your blueberries and cause them to shrivel up, and it'll just destroy your harvest. So if you see that, that is something that will need to be treated right away with some kind of good fungicide. One thing to keep in mind when you're out looking for blueberry plants is which variety is going to grow best in your climate and in your area. So looking at the 5 different categories, your Northern Highbush, your Southern Highbush, your Half-Highbush, your Low Bush, and also your Rabbiteye, which one of those varieties will work best for you? One thing to consider is how much cold weather do you have in your area, because different blueberry plants is going to require different chill hours. And chill hours is considered temperatures somewhere between 32 and 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And those temperatures does not have to be consistent all throughout the winter, but they do have to accumulate. And so some blueberry plants, they need as much as 500 to 800 chill hours, and then you have other blueberry plants that might only need 150 to 300 chill hours. So it is going to vary depending on where you live and what your climate is like. So out of the 5 categories, let's narrow it down to 3: Northern Highbush, Southern Highbush, and Rabbiteye. The Northern Highbush blueberries, they work well in zones 6 and 7 because they like the winter better and they can tolerate more colder weather. Whereas if you live in zones 7, 8, and 9, maybe the Southern Highbush is a variety you want to consider because they can tolerate the heat more. Then you have the category called Rabbiteye. I understand that this category got its name because somebody, when they named this variety, the pink color of the ripening blueberries reminded them of the pink-eyed rabbit, so hence Rabbiteye. But the Rabbiteye category also really does well in the South because it is well tolerated by the heat that we get here in the South. Now, because of cross-pollination over the years, there are lots of different varieties out there that you can grow in smaller containers if you live in a small space. So it will not give you a lot of blueberries, but it will give you something to enjoy. One that comes to my mind is Sunshine Blue. I don't know if that will work in your climate or not, but it is an example of a blueberry variety that can grow well in a small container. About 2 months ago, I purchased 3 blueberry plants from a local nursery in a nearby county. So 2 of them is Southern Highbush and 1 is Rabbiteye. I do not know how old these plants are. They have got to be maybe around a year or less because 2 of the plants have got a few blueberries on it, and a lot of the blueberry plants will not begin to grow blueberries until the 2nd or 3rd year, depending on the variety. However, there are some varieties out there that are newer that will give you blueberries somewhere within the 1st year. Here are my 3 blueberry plants I currently have, and they are ready to be transplanted in a larger container, and I'm going to be doing that coming soon. I am very pleased that one of my blueberry plants is giving me a little bit of a harvest this year. I have already eaten one the other day, and they are quite delicious. Question: are blueberries easy to grow? Well, blueberries do not take much space or effort, and once you know the basics, you are good to go and good to grow. Blueberries are native to North America, and blueberries grow very well in acidic soil and in areas that has at least 140 frost-free days per year. They're also perfect for organic gardeners since they can easily be grown without pesticides. Is there any real secrets to growing blueberries? Well, just keep in mind that many varieties of blueberries all have the same basic needs. They're all going to need to be planted in the full sun, which means the area gets a minimum of 6 hours of direct sunlight a day, and the soil should be well draining and full of organic matter. And it also should be acidic, remembering ideally the pH for a blueberry should be somewhere between 4.0 and 5.5. If you have any questions regarding the blueberry plants, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.